Did you see that video of the guy test driving that car?
I haven't had no time today. No, I don't think I did.
That's a pretty good one. TV one time, but that wasn't on there, just bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I get on Facebook while these guys are talking here. But I like I said, you know, running around today, and then we were fooling around with this for quite a while. So, yeah, I didn't, when I had my meters out, and I was checking things, so I really didn't get on Facebook today.
Go ahead, Breaker.
Countywide.
Stop Mike Night.
Stock Mike Night. Roundup session is just about over. Tune them if you got them.
Hello there, County. It is over. It's already after.
Wow, there's a whole lot of traffic already on the band. I hear all kinds of stations out there. Countywide radio, classic radio roundup.
Evening, Countywide. I said it is after 8 o'clock, almost 5 after already.
Well, then my clock is slow.
Come on back. Microfarad here, checking in, classic radio roundup. Hello.
Hello, Microfarad. I hear you, Microfarad. 441 to Spitfire.
Hey, Spitfire, I got my amplified mic hooked up. How am I sounding on your end? Better than before?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge. I'm using a different radio and all that. You're sounding good. But I guess you didn't get the memo. It's Stock Mike Night.
Oh, man, I guess I gotta go pick up my stock mic.
That's all right. We'll let you slide. You probably need that power mic to be heard.
It wouldn't be any fun.
That's right, Stop Mike Night.
And even when I turn my amp off, I'm still gonna have to tell you why it's the first for me.
Stand by.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hear you just fine there, Microfarad. I don't know if others are hearing you or not, because there's a whole lot of traffic on the channel. Got a bunch of breakers. Everybody wants to get in and check in on Classic Radio Roundup.
Hey, you can't blame them for that. Yeah, I'm hearing you pretty well. And yeah, I do hear all that noise out there. Well, that's a good thing. At least Classic Radio Roundup is popular. I'll take a standby and let you do your thing here.
The most popular activity on 11 meters, Wednesday night, 8 to 10, Channel 13, Classic Radio Roundup. Who was out there? Who's next? Breaking for the Spitfire. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was breaking for you, Countywide.
Well, come on in. Classic Radio Roundup.
Hey, 10-4. I couldn't find the stock mic that works on this radio, but this is a stock mic.
That's all right. Stock mic night. Whether it's the right one or not, it's a stock mic. And that's the only requirement tonight. Stock mic night. Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah.
Hello, Bagger.
Yeah, not only is it a stock mic tonight, it's a one-hander. Everything's built into the stock mic. And judging from what I'm listening to, this thing sounds like garbage.
Well, I'm glad you came to that conclusion before I had to tell you.
Oh, no, leave this, sandbagger.
Yeah, this is a stock mic that just doesn't sound good.
One of them one-handers. Yeah, I never caught on to those. I was like, oh, that's a nifty idea, but then you can't do anything with it because it's all on the mic.
Yeah, this radio was sitting in my junk box for the longest time, and I got it out, and it didn't transmit, and had a blown final on it, so I replaced the final. Now it works perfectly fine, except that that probably doesn't sound very good.
It probably might sound a little bit better, actually, if you backed off the mic. I think it's almost like overmodulating.
Alright. Well, I can talk a little further away, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it has any punch at all if I do that.
It's move further away. It's loud enough. It's just getting all paper cuppish.
Yeah, maybe I'll bang it on the steering wheel a little bit here.
The further you get away, I'm telling you, the better it sounds.
I can hold it, you know what? I actually have one of those this level.
Yeah, I can actually get 60-70% modulation out here. So I guess maybe if I hold it, almost an arm's length away.
Yeah, somewhere around there. It's still got that paper cup sound, though.
This one will probably not last very long, man. I don't mind using a stock mic, but it's got to sound like a decent mic.
Yeah, well, how's this stock mic sounding? Hardwired Metrotek Pacer stock mic. Come on.
That one's trained approved.
How's this stock mic sound? Like a stock mic?
Yeah, you sound like a good stock mic.
And 4. Yeah, this is the one that come with the radio.
Yeah, I'll have to update my description of stock microphones because someone pointed out to me, No Streak pointed out to me that stock microphones are what comes with the radio, from the factory, and some brands of radios came with unamplified D104s, and some the Brown had that banana mic. And not every stock mic is a plastic coffin-shaped piece of junk. Some of them are halfway decent.
Now I want to ask you one question.
Do I feel lucky?
No. What happens if you had run a radio that didn't come with the mic, you had to put your own mic with it?
Yeah, there were a few like that too.
That's the way the Demco was. Demco didn't come with a mic.
Yeah. I know there were a couple of brands out there that you had to wire your own microphone for. They didn't come with one, which is kind of bizarre.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker.
Road pizza.
Road pizza. Okay.
Did they start that roundup yet?
Yep. The stock mic edition of Classic Radio Roundup.
Copy. Check it in. I'll be in and out throughout the night.
Classic Radio Roundup, stock mic edition. Well, I can't really change this one without cutting the cord or doing some solder work. It's hardwired. Metrotek Pacer. 8-channel radio even.
Yeah, I was going to put the 6-channel, but I thought, I'll save that for a less than 23-channel night, since I think that's the only radio I have that's less than 23.
Man, I'm glad I didn't buy that radio you're using back in the day when I had only enough money to buy one radio and be stuck with that piece of junk.
Probably back in the day, this probably didn't sound as bad. I think this is a victim of long-term exposure to the elements in my basement and probably just pure age.
I'd get in there and replace that element or something. That thing really sounds like you're talking in a paper cup with a kazoo at the end.
That sounds funny.
That's what classic radio is all about, you know. You don't have to sound perfect.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's the only place and time you can get away with something like that and not be railroaded out of town.
Yeah, ow! Damn it, cat! It's got poked by some claws here. I'm gonna have to go dig in the closet for another candidate here. I'm not gonna stay on this one very long.
Yeah, even a cat don't like the sound of that radio.
It's cool you got it up and running though. My alarm was grabbing for the mic. Probably like, don't key that thing, it sounds bad.
Hey, who's the second party out there? Hey, Sparky.
Hey, Sparky.
Radio Roundup.
Hello, Sparky.
Coming to you on my SBE console 2 with the stock hand mic.
That ain't a stock hand mic. Why is it got echo?
Because I have a processor in line between the mic and the console 2. Roger?
Oh, well, that's stock mic with electronic assistance.
Still a stock mic. Little tiny thing with a big red button on the side.
Sounding good here in person, Sparky.
Yeah, it's got some decent audio.
Everybody sounds good Claudio-wise coming in this Metrotek Pacer radio receiver, with the exception of Sandbagger. But he gets a pass, because it is stock mic night on Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, I just had a little Redmond box that went into the ye old mic box, and there was an SB hand mic. I said, I wonder if that works. Roger, stepping out. One of those fancy desk mics.
I'm surprised how well this Metrotek sounds with this stock mic. This thing's train approved even.
I can hear those guys in Delaware County again.
Yeah, I hear them. Yep, the Metrotek's got a good receiver on it. I have to turn the volume up to hear them, but then I gotta be on the knob for when you key up.
10-4. Alright, let's try stock mic take 2 here.
That's much more pleasant sounding in comparison.
Yeah, okay, this is a Johnson Viking 4740 with a stock microphone.
Wired in the back, right?
Well, not wired in, but the mic jack is on the back, yes, that much is true.
That's what I was meaning.
Yeah, as opposed to your Metrotek, which is wired in.
Hardwired in, but in the front.
Roger, roger.
Complete with mobile mounting bracket.
Well, at least this one seems to work better. It's got audio. A little backward swing, though. That's not too good.
It's stock sounding, but much better. That other thing was just bad. Almost like maybe the elements ripped or something.
Hello. Last time to checking into the roundup. What's going on, Skeeter?
Hello, neighbor.
Very good. Hello, around the bend. I hear Bagger out there and sounds like a walkie-talkie. Well, this thing might walk and talk, but it's not a walkie-talkie. It's walking and talking, but it has that stock mic plastic sound. Oh yeah, this is the stock mic edition of Classic Radio Roundup. I guess you didn't get the memo. I missed the plastic mic thing. Very good.
There's another break.
How about your countywide?
Countywide.
Hey, you got to hear this radio the other night. How's your echo sound?
I didn't hear what you say. You're running, and what other night didn't I hear it?
I don't think you were in the other night when I had this echo ring. Hello there, Gumby. Good evening. Hey, Connie, were you in there that night? I think it was only Badger.
Yeah, somebody's keying up all over the place here, making it kind of rough on you for me, Gumby.
Alright, I bumped it up to a little notch here. I said, how's this echo sound for an antique mobile?
It sounds okay. It's a little bit muffly. I actually have trouble understanding some of your words.
Okay, I talk off the side of it. Is that better?
Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. It was sounding, I don't know, hard to describe, but kind of mushy.
Well, I bumped it up enough for you so you can hear it.
And then when somebody keys up on you, I can't hear you at all, so.
Okay, I'll put it back to where I normally run it. Yes, an old Echo 99er.
A what? An Ico 99?
Echo 99er.
Oh, you were talking about that thing before. There's a Chris radio that was the same thing that I got in the Sam's. Yeah, that's the mobile there. Yeah, it sounds okay when you talk across the mic.
Well, I actually found one on eBay that actually put in for the radio as far as for what it was, and it came up on eBay, and it was selling for $19.99.
Oh, there you go. $20 special right from the flea bay. Yeah, it doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, the problem is it's all mid-range and lows. There's no highs to it.
Hey, 10-4. Well, it is one of those. It's a little. I want to tap it up here to pick it up and key it up and let you hear it.
Oh, I appreciate you keying up and letting me hear it. It's a shame there's other people keying up and not saying anything on top of you.
They must be down your way. Yeah, it's real local. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, Channel 6 is the tune-up channel. Channel 6 is the tune-up channel. If you get in here before 8 o'clock at the warm-up session, you can do your tuning up then. But after 8 o'clock, Channel 6 is your tune-up channel. Channel 13 is the classic radio channel. 441 is Spitfire on its antique glowing glass flea market junk. Stock mic night.
Well, I'm on a stock mic. What's that?
Well, if that came with the radio, it's the stock mic.
It's a stock Browning mic. It didn't come with this radio, though. Yeah, buddy. I guess it qualifies.
Yeah, there are some radios that came with an amplified stock mic, but they're far and few between.
Somebody is keying up every now and again.
Yeah, we got some kind of local joker.
A local yokel.
But I do hear in between the concurrent Delaware County Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. What are you talking on, Bagger? I'm running a Johnson Viking 4740 with the stock mic. A 4740? Yeah, it's a mobile sidebander. Four. Black one with the ugly black knobs? Yeah, it's got 4 knobs in a square pattern and a channel selector on the left, and a little meter and upper lower sideband, and the mic plugs in the back. 40 channels.
Those things seem to be kind of rare.
They look like a police radio.
I have one here.
I think I got one out in the garage. I never fired it up.
Maybe not rare. Maybe rare is the wrong word, but they're not common.
Yeah, not anymore. Radio Shack actually got a hold of their last stock and sold them all up for $99 back in 1979.
I have one of them too. The mic is in the back, and mic cord, one of the wires broke in it from being in the back.
Yep. I don't know why anybody would put a mic jack in the back of the radio. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Especially considering the stock mic's cord isn't long enough. Like, I can't even, I start to sit back and I pull the radio across the table.
Yeah, what the heck was their thinking on that?
I have no idea.
I guess maybe it might have been okay for good buddies where they hung the radio from the overhead or something.
That's why I said that was for the truckers that hung on from the ceiling.
That's the only place I could see it making any kind of sense whatsoever.
Makes sense.
Go ahead, Bagger. I probably stepped on you.
No, I just said that's probably the only explanation that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah, we said the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Hey there, Skeeter.
Everybody loves a Big Johnson.
Roger.
Metrotek Pacer, stock mic.
SBE Console 2, stock plastic hand mic.
Badger for short. Break.
I hear a breaker out there.
Yeah, you got 713 St. Louis waving at you.
St. Louis.
Murphy.
Hello, St. Louis 713. Welcome to Classic Radio Roundup.
Hey,
Hey, Alan, boy, man, doggone it, he ain't out here tonight. Check in, come on.
It's past his bedtime. Well, hello out there, 713-427, Lhasa Apsu Base Station, Pottstown, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I got you in there, Pennsylvania, 713, waving back at you, man. I didn't catch that number. It was 4 something.
427, southeastern PA.
Yeah, roger on that 427. Sounding good around St. Louis. I'll let these other guys get at you because I know they're waiting.
Hello, 713. Hey, 713 441 441 on the Classic Radio Roundup.
441 and a 427 up there, 3 in here.
Nice to have a little bit of conditions out your way. Nice to hear that mid-country coming in on the Classic Radio Roundup. Thanks for checking in on Classic Radio Roundup 441, the Spitfire on this antique glowing glass radio.
I heard you out there at 318, 427, out here on the Classic Radio Roundup, southeastern Pennsylvania, 27115. They were talking about hearing us in there for a while. Shame I can't say the same.
Wow, that's not even e-skip season. There must be a storm out in the Midwest.
I can't even hear them.
Usually, you know, some sort of snowstorm coming through is the only time we hear them outside of e-skip season.
Well, e-skip can come pretty much at any time with the right conditions.
Yes, but it's not common. It's usually caused by some sort of ionospheric disturbance. E-skip season is typically right around Christmas and New Year's and through the summer. It is neither of those right now.
Yeah, but it is winter time. Pete's banging my needle all the way over in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, well, every once in a while I gotta flick my meter just so it comes back off of the stuck to the top.
Dr. Pepper up here on 14 talking to Florida.
I ain't never heard of Dr. Pepper.
Missouri, Springfield here, 318 here by Murphy there. Old Joe down here in St. Louis, man, yeah. Old Dr. Pepper's down there right in Springfield here, right, 427.
Copy that, out there around Springfield, Missouri. We'd definitely get out there. You neighbors with Homer Simpson?
Yeah, make sure you tell that Mr. Murphy when you catch him. Make sure you tell Mr. Murphy a big howdy howdy from the Classic Radio Gang out here in Pennsylvania.
Sounds like they're fading. Cool to have some DX check-ins up.
All caught on the video gate.
I recorded and taped you. Oh no, does that mean that piece of junk I was on got caught too?
Yes, sir, it did.
Forever. Oh, now I'm really going to be embarrassed.
For the entire internet world to check it out for their enjoyment.
Bagger's crappy moment.
Well, the Metrotek Pacer here is doing the best it can to clean up that audio, but it just was too much for it to handle.
I think the only thing that can clean up the audio on that rig is a nice sledgehammer. I must have missed that one. What was that radio you were talking about? The one I was on before this one. Works in the hand. Everything in the microphone radio on one hander from Radio Shack. Unfortunately, the mic element is not doing all that well. It was very paper cuppish sounding. Hey, Roger. Hey, Pete, didn't you fire up one of them 8-track CB radios from a car one time?
Who, me?
Yeah, well, didn't you do that a couple years ago? It was a mobile AM/FM radio with a CB in it. Didn't you fire one up a few years ago?
Yeah, I still have it. It doesn't have an 8-track. It's just AM/FM car stereo with a CB in it, made by Pioneer.
I had the one with the 8-track in that I talked on.
A friend of mine's got one in a Ford pickup truck. I don't think it works, but he tried. They go for crazy money on eBay.
It's kind of a cool idea for back in the day. I keep it around for that reason. It's not currently in the rotation because it don't sound all that good either.
No, but at least it still works. You know that we should do a classic radio roundup. Everybody turn on their oldest rig. That would have to be my sonar.
I don't know. I don't know which one's my oldest. It might be this Metrotek.
I was gonna say, not going to an HF rig.
Yeah, well, my oldest would be the Melty LMAC for sure, but yeah, I'm talking type-accepted 11-meter Citizens Band Class D radio service radio.
I'd agree with that, yep. Yeah, I gotta look and see when the sonar was made. It's either gonna be that or my Lafayette Comstat. That's 1965. That's 50 years old. It's celebrated its 50-year anniversary this past year.
Didn't I give you Sparky Citizens Broadcaster by Globe 3-channel radio? I think I did. That was made in 1959.
Yeah, it's still here somewhere.
That would be your oldest radio if you could get it working.
Define working.
Put tubes in it and recap it, and I bet it would work. Come up with crystals.
I think I have some really old Amphenol 3-knob radio too. That's pretty old. Hey, Sparky. Yes, sir. You said you're running a stock mic on an SPE console too. How come you tell me you got echo? Because I got a Redman processor in the middle there. A Redman processor in the middle, but I assure you it's an SPE hand mic with the red knob plastic thing. And interestingly enough, I've got it in a mic stand, like you would see on stage, with a gooseneck section on the end, and the rubber part that would hold your dynamic mic actually holds the tab on the back of the stock CB mic, so it's kind of cool. It's right there. But you're cheating!
Yeah, he always stretches the rules there, Sandbagger.
Yeah, he does. Well, rules were made to be broken.
Rules are made to be broken! I'm an outlaw, number 7. There goes 40 dB over. Hell yeah! I'm a classic radio outlaw. Good evening, time, Channel 13, Classic Radio Roundup. Just passed it through on my way to the east. Not done my work day yet. I don't even know what day of the week it is. It must be Wednesday if you're all in here. So let me just wave my hand as I go through the Pottstown land. No doubt about it, number 7. You know who said it, number 7. Good evening, Tom, one and all. You give my receiver a workout. You want to have the biggest antenna in town, it's going to get one, Baker. Very good. Got to exercise that thing more, Skeeter. Let me get out of the way so all you guys can play, man. I just wanted to wave. I'm
hear him out in St. Louis? Yeah, I got one guy at DS calling me. I think I heard Gumby up there in Mount Penn. Hello, one and all. Number 7 working this outlaw, new old technology out here in Saratoga, Pennsylvania. I gotta get out of the way so these guys can play. Hey, number 7, I just want to say hello. That number 7, he's a mud dog. Did you hear Mr. Murphy in there, 7? I heard Mr. Murphy tell me what a duck dollar was, and I heard you as well, John. What's going on, Gumby? Gumby, I'm going to wave right back at you, and I'm going to get up out the way. Hey, 10-4, I'm going to give you a landline sometime. Hey, Skeeter. Hello, Gumby. How's this old antique sound? It sounds good down here. It's an old Cobra 132. Yeah, that sounded better than the other radio you had on. Oh man, I don't even have the mic gain turned all the way up or the amp on all the way, man. What the? It sounds a lot better than that other radio. Hey, 10-4. Well, I was thinking about put that one in the Mobile. Oh, it was fuzzy. This one sounds better. Actually, I haven't had this one fired up for a couple years. Breaker. Hello, Night Train.
Hello, Skeeter. Hello, Bagger. Hello, Gumby. Hello, Sparky. Hello, Countywide. Hello, Dave. Hello, number 7. Those are the only ones I've heard. Night Train, signing on Classic Radio Roundup.
Hello, Train. Hello, Night Train with a K. I'm glad you thought of me last, and I like the way you said that. You said it just right. Let me get up out of the way so you can play. I'm on the way to the east. I'll catch you guys on my return trip.
Roger, it's been a little while since I've heard you, number 7. Good to hear you out there.
Let me get out of the way so you guys can play, man. It's your night. I just wanted to wave hey. I'm out of the way. See you bye. Hey, the Night Train. Yeah, the milk.
Evening there, 44. How you doing this today?
Evening 44 and I'm gone. Just heard you out there. Figured we'd key up and say hello.
Hello, goodbye, number 7. Hello, Night Train.
Hello there, Countywide. How you doing?
I'm living the dream over here. Stock Mike Night on Classic Radio Roundup with my antique glowing glass Metrotek pacer.
Roger that. We're on our Mark III with a stock mic. It is our only Mark III, Roger.
Alright.
Yeah, well, it's sounding choice over here on this Metrotek pacer.
Hey, Roger, well, you're not doing so bad yourself on that pacer, Roger.
What kind of a stock mic's that there, Train?
That is the Browning 776 microphone that they used at the very, very end of the Mark III production, just before the Mark IV.
Right, okay. Stock meaning it came with the radio, but it's not stock because it's amplified.
It's just the stock mic for the radio, man. It's the only microphone for this radio.
Yeah, but it's not it's not an unamplified mic. It's got an amplifier in it.
Yeah, you're going to have to redefine the definition of Stock Mike Night.
Yeah, some processing allowed.
Hello, Sparky.
Yeah, no damn echo boxes. What's going on, Night Train? I am on my stock SBE hand mic on my console, too.
Cheater.
Yeah, I don't think I'm cheating, because this is the only microphone that came with this radio.
AWW.
Well, this one's hardwired in, so unless you do some unwiring and soldering, it's the stock mic that came with the Metrotek pacer. It's actually upside down, if you ask me.
Yeah, I can't say Train's cheating, because that is the factory stock microphone for it, but it's not an unamplified handheld stock mic, so it's a different type of.
Well, you gotta restate the sayings when you put them up, what they're supposed to run. You gotta have those fine print in there, say this is not included.
Actually, no. It's included. It's good. It's the stock microphones on the radio. I guess it passes muster.
I'll give it a pass. If it's the mic that came with it, it's the stock mic. It's what came with it when you bought it. The factory supplied it. It's the stock mic. No exception needed.
Yep. See a crystal head in there. That's kind of the way I'm going to have to look at it too.
Well, that's the way it is, the way it was stated. That counts. I said if you want it any different, that you don't want an amplified mic on, you got to put that in there before.
Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Good evening, gentlemen. Nitro 100 checking in to the roundup.
Evening, Nitro.
Evening, Nitro.
Good evening, Nitro.
Hello, Nitro. Yeah, you gotta define these definitions. Come on.
Good evening, Nitro. Yeah, it is the stock mic. There's no other microphone for it. It's not like I have a microphone around here for, you know, to take the place of a Browning stock mic.
Hello, radio. Operator. Just want to say hello to everyone. And this is a stock radio. But it's newer.
Hello there, Operator Ron, countywide.
Hello, Ron. Long time no hear. Yeah, you got it. I'm just sitting back. Hello, Operator Ron. Gumby back to you. Right back at you. How you doing up there? Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, how's this 132 sound to you down there? Yeah, you're throwing me about a 4.5. Hey, 10-4. Well, that's good for making the trip. Oh, yeah. It's a full house out here. Well, I'll be back in a short. I gotta go get some food.
Full house with the Midwest check-in. Chester County, or I should say Delaware County concurrent roundup. Man, it's crowded here on 27115.
I'm just glad Hawkeye's radio's fixed.
Hello there, Operator Ron.
What up there, Train?
Okay, looks like, Hey there, Operator Ron. Yeah, he got things straightened out, he said.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, the radio resets itself, huh?
And 4. Okay, I'm back on the side.
Everybody has it but St. Louis.
Well, that was nice to know it reset itself.
Yeah, the power supply was way too high, and where I'm believing where the voltages were set in the radio actually shut it off. It scared me for a little bit.
I wish mine would have reset itself by now.
No, when snap, crackle, pop, and I got scared, I wanted to leave real fast. Easier on you. Hey, good evening, Ron. And Nitro. He plugged it in, I didn't. What's going on? Nitro 100, are you on the Yellow Bird?
Yes, sir, but unfortunately, I know I'm bending the rules. This is a D104.
Well, that thing sounds good.
Okay, so you know it's not alarm.
Nitro, where'd you get that Yellow Bird from, man? That's a nice sounding radio.
I got this from this dude I know, man. He lives down the road a piece there, you know. But, yeah, I tell you what, it's one of the better deals I've made.
I must say.
Together over the weekend.
I'm quite jealous of that radio. You know, it's bad when you trade away a piece of your equipment and the guy who gets it sounds better on it. Must be a city radio.
Yeah, I made that mistake a couple of times.
Yeah, Mark, why did you get me this radio? Why did you let me buy this from you?
That was a few years back, and that was a pretty radio. That was almost perfect.
Well, you'll be happy to know that
Hey, Roger, that's good to know, but if you ever need to part with it, be sure to check with the previous owner.
Oh, well, absolutely. It goes without saying you'll have first right of refusal. How's that?
That works for me.
Start saving your shekels now, because in 5 to 7 years, I'm selling them all but 1 or 2. So start saving now. There'll be a clearing house at Spitfire Radio.
Why the liquidation sale?
Because I'm going to retire in my RV.
Hey, Roger. I don't remember seeing an RV out there.
I don't have one till I sell my house and everything in it and buy an RV, and I'm going mobile.
You and the 8-pill with 15 volts in it.
I'll have.
Finally, Classic Radio Roundup, Mobile Edition.
I'll keep my 8-pill and my Cobra 142 GTL. Everything else goes.
Good evening, Classic Radio. Good evening, Hawkeye.
Yeah, even the multi-LMAC.
You gotta keep something else besides that 142.
Keep my Metrotek with the mobile mounting bracket.
Mount that in the party bus.
Good evening, Night Train. Everybody else out there.
Hello, Hawkeye, and we picked up another break.
That sounded like 216, didn't it, Night Train? That's Tom the guitar man. Come on, Tom.
Yeah, guitar man. Checking in here on the radio roundup. I'm standing by reading the mail.
Hello there, Tom the guitar man. Night Train waving at you.
Hey,
Night train.
We doing all right on this end, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm in great shape for the shape I'm in. How about it? Come on.
That was a good answer. Hello, guitar man. That sounds good. I like that.
yeah, that sounded like a heterodyne.
Define that. Name is John Gardner.
What happened, countywide?
You and Skeeter doubled, and others may have heard something else, but all I heard was a big woo.
Okay, I said define that.
Define what? What are we defining? Classic Radio Mike Night?
No, you said that sounded like a Metro 9 or something.
No, a heterodyne. Heterodyne.
Never heard of it.
A heterodyne is when 2 AM carriers are on top of each other and you get that noise. That's a heterodyne.
All right, copy that. Good hearing everybody. Everybody sounds good. You hear everybody out there? I'm back quiet reading the mail.
Yeah, and here's another term you need to learn. Hat fielding. You're doing it.
Guitar man, turn the mic down a little bit.
That's right. Hat fielding. Squealing like the smiling porker.
Night Train, what radio are you working tonight? Is 3 or 4? I'm on the 3, Skeeter. Yeah, it's just a Mark 3 with the stock microphone, Roger. Are you running a banana mic? No, this one comes with the Browning 776. This was one of the last productions before they moved over to the Mark IV. Okay, so we're running pretty much the exact same setup. You using your 776? Cameraman special. Hey Roger, mine is in the box. This one here just happened to come with the radio, so that means I got 2 of them. But this one doesn't have the orange stripe, Roger. It's all chocolate, Roger. Yeah, mine's got the orange racing stripe. Beautiful microphone. They sound good.
Turner plus 3 with a different head. That's about it.
Pick the
voltage up off the radio too, right?
That's a Roger.
Not this one. This is voltage with a battery. You got a battery in yours? Yeah. The 4's got the voltage from the radio. Yeah, the 4's put the voltage out from the radio. The 3 didn't.
So what you had to do? You had to put a battery in there?
Yeah, it's running off a 9-volt battery.
Roger that. Well, this one here picks the voltage up off of the relay.
Oh, it does? It's a 2-pin microphone jack?
Yes, sir. That was the way it was designed. This was all stock.
10-4. I didn't know that. I know I've got zapped a few times putting the screwdriver in the mic jack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had to find out more about it my own self, Skeeter, because it was the first time I had ever seen or heard of anything like that. And Greg Barquette told me that it was the stock microphone and that they were the latest productions before they switched over to the Mark IV, and that it picks up the voltage from off of the relay.
Damn, Roger. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to do, actually. There's a couple of 100 and some volts or something, or 200 and some volts on that relay pin. They must put a resistor or something in the ground, and it drops about 5 or 6 volts, and they tap that to feed the microphone preamp. You know, I was going to say that I knew there was 100, 200 volts coming out of that plug or more. I measured it one time.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if that resistor drops, don't drop it. Will it come and zap the microphone, kill the operator, or what?
Well, if the resistor opens up, then then you'll have like 200 volts going into your microphone preamp, and you can imagine what would happen then. Only if you're in the bathroom. Put your tongue on it.
Roger. Yeah, so that's what this one's all about, Skeeter, and it is bone stock, Roger. Right out of the box, the whole 9 yards.
How does that Mark III look?
Like right out of the box, 10-4.
10-4.
There was time for me to give it some airtime. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? They say stock mic night. I'm coming on with one of my radios that have a stock mic. They won't shoot to pieces.
Great. You can't go wrong with that. Go ahead, Breaker.
Hey, Night Train, you sound like me, but only I haven't fired this radio up for 4 years.
Yeah, 10-4. I haven't had this one for 4 years, but I'm almost sure that it's been sitting here at least a year, maybe a year and a half.
I actually just dug this out of the box here about 2 weeks ago. This one I ought to put on some night. I was going to put my West Coast Cobra on, but then I decided, I'll stick the 132 on.
Sounds nice, Gumby. It's not muffled or anything.
Well, that's the way this was set up with a stock mic. It's actually putting out, just about, maybe like about 100, 110 miles.
Hey, Roger that, yeah. I have the matching amplifier for this one too, but it's down right now.
Does your needle still go all the way over to the right-hand side on the transmitter when you talk?
Yeah, it bangs, Skeeter, when I modulate, Roger.
10-4. They all do that. Yeah, no, mine doesn't anymore. I put a resistor in there and recalibrated the stinking meter.
Did you put it in series?
Yeah, I forget where exactly. There's I think wherever a lead comes in off of the modulation tap. But yeah, that thing used to slam against the glass when you're talking. I'm like, well, I'm not putting out that much modulation. So I set it for 100%. Would show 100% on the meter, and now it's much less likely to slam against the glass.
But it's definitely only the modulation circuit that you touched, right? Because the bias is on that same meter.
Yeah, it's just a modulation. I didn't hook it. I didn't put the resistor towards the meter. I put it towards the modulation tap where it gets that from. So it's only affects the modulation circuit, not any of the other positions of the meter.
Roger that. How many ohms was that resistor you put in there, and how many watts?
I don't remember now. It was a couple of years ago. I experimented until I found a value that put it where I wanted it. It was only like a half a watt resistor or something, or a quarter watt resistor. I mean, it didn't have to be a lot.
Oh, incidentally, Bagger, this is a permanent recording, man. They got you on the Watergate, shooting down the Browning microphone, man. Stock microphone, that's permanent. You can listen to that one and enjoy it.
Shooting it down?
Yeah, for being a stock mic.
Well, it's not. It's not an unamplified mic.
It's a stock mic.
Yeah, it's the factory stock microphone. It's just not the typical stock mic, the handheld plastic coffin microphone. And it's stock mic right here on 27.115 Classic Radio Roundup. But you're better off than Sparky, who stuck his stock mic in a stinking echo box. Ha ha.
Good evening, Classic Radio.
There's somebody else breaking in there. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. Go about your business.
Who is that?
Silver Bullet.
Hey, Silver Bullet. Good evening.
Hello, Bullet.
Hey, Bullet.
Evening, guys.
Hey, Bullet, what do you say?
Not too much.
I don't know. When I'm quiet, there's nobody still don't show up. And there's been times that it's happened too.
Skeeter likes this radio.
Yeah, I'm usually there. Just usually nobody else shows up. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Courtesy of Greg Brady.
I'd like to take this radio and put it in the Suburban, but it's too damn big.
You think that's big? You should try my Courier Gladiator.
You gotta put it in the RV, Gumby.
Now, what I actually have in there is I have a 29 Cobra Classic in there.
This one doesn't for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I run it. Because it don't seem like
You guys hear those voices out in the distance?
it's from a TV episode, I'm assuming.
That's the guys in Delaware.
That was some indication of TVI problems with the Delco Roundup. Installation up. Real quick. Yeah, this one doesn't do it. But man, I put the fire burner on, forget it. Wipes it out.
Is Flying J still down there, Trey?
Yeah, he comes and goes as he pleases.
10-4.
He doesn't work down at R&R anymore.
Okay. They were in here the other night, and I'm pretty sure he was one of the guys. They do check in from time to time. They probably hear us, too.
Just when you get off.
Yeah, I'm sure they do hear us, man. Go ahead, Gumby.
Yeah, I kind of wish cameraman was in here tonight. I gotta get that antique down toilet, get him to fix it for me.
He's probably listening in, but he ain't gonna key up.
Well, I guess I just have to bust on him then. You have to figure out something to harass him about. He'll key up.
Why wouldn't he key up?
You gotta say cameraman 3 times.
Yeah, like Beetlejuice. There's no place like home.
Yeah, I was just thinking that when you said, say cameraman 3 times, I was just thinking about Beetlejuice. Gotta admit, that was a stupid movie, but it was good.
That's how we conjure up the Blockbuster base station, man. You just say it 3 times. Blockbuster base station. Blockbuster base station. Blockbuster base station.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Hey, Blockbuster base station, you got a copy on Gumby?
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Puppy Lucky Baby. Puppy Lucky Baby. There's no place like home. Mark.
Who's Skid Marky Mark? I had a laugh when I saw that.
What?
On the bottom of Grumpy's page there, the shout out box, somebody signed in as Skid Marky Mark.
I don't know, maybe he crapped his pants. I don't know.
I laughed when I saw that. Skid Marky Mark and Monkey Man.
You want to know something? You're talking about as far as for dumb things. You want to know what I think we ought to do? We ought to make a movie with, yeah, let me think of their names.
Documents in the trunk.
Blow him up. Document in the trunk.
Spitfire, you have a knocker out there in the distance.
Yeah, if you give me a chance, I'll get back to him. Who's hollering for the Spitfire? Countywide radio, I hear you. How about you, No Streak? How about you, No Streak? I hear you, No Streak. 441, the Spitfire, shouting right back at you.
Cheech and Chong in the retirement home.
Yeah, stand by a minute. I got a long distance breaker. I hear you there, No Streak. Hey, No Streak, I got you loud and clear on this Metrotek Pacer. Hey, No Streak, you're sounding good up this way. Thanks for the shout out from the Delco Classic Radio Roundup crew. I hear you, No Streak, you're sounding real good on this antique Metrotek Pacer. Keep up the good work, and thanks for checking in the Classic Radio Roundup. Catch the rest on the Spew Radio. Live, worldwide, Spew Radio. And thanks for the locals for standing by.
Okay, how about you there, No Streak? Here's Unit 21, One-Eye Jack Rucket. Are you copying? Over.
And now we return to our regularly get it out. We now return you to our regularly scheduled Classic Radio Roundup.
Already in progress. Hello out there, Dr. Hammer. Dr. Hammer, the Lhasa Apsu, waving his hand. Evening, Doc Hammer.
Hello, Doc Hammer. Countywide.
Is the doctor out there, Scooter? Was he,
He says he can hear me keying up.
Alright, I got the message through Facebook, but he's going to try it in a little while, if conditions improve.
Oh, he's got your direct on Skipland. That means he might have pieces of all of us.
I just need to turn my pinger on, right?
Oh, there's Doc Hammer, night train waving, breaker, breaker.
That's even lamer. A stock mic with a ping? Yeah, with this Redmond box there, I got that. How about it, Doc Hammer? Hello, hello, Sparky waving.
Countywide.
Doc Hammer out there in the wheat field. Sparky trying on this console too. Hello?
Countywide. Countywide.
Okay.
I don't even hear Doc Hammer.
I hear them St. Louis guys popping in and out.
Where's Doc Hammer at?
Out in the wheat fields of Kansas.
Radio?
No, no wonder I can't hear him.
21. Alright. Countywide radio. 441. Here's unit 21.
Yeah, breaker?
Hello, pizza.
Hello, Road Pizza. Hey, One-Eyed Jack. One-Eyed Jack 21. One-Eyed Jack down there in Delco. I hear you checking in the Classic Radio Roundup. I got a grip on your lip there, One-Eyed Jack, number 21, the Spitfire, right back at you.
Roger that there. We do copy. I'm running some heat up here right now. 441. I do copy you. Good copy in you there. Up there. Unit 21. Jack back to 441 Spitfire. Classic Radio Roundup. Over.
Yeah, I got a good copy on you there, One-Eyed Jack. No trouble at all, man. You're coming up here like gangbusters. Hey, thanks for checking in the Classic Radio Roundup, the stock microphone edition. And you made the gate. Come on.
Roger that. I'm making the gate there at Spitfire. Your Metrotek. I do copy that darn thing. Sounds real. You're barefoot. We're not, but what can I say? You're doing a great job, and I want to recede on this frequency here to say 73 there to you, and to keep up the good work on that Classic Radio Roundup from One-Eyed Jack, Unit 21, and you take care, Roger.
Roger, roger there, One-Eyed Jack. Well, I'm not exactly barefoot neither, man. I got a couple of knobs to the right up on this end. But I am driving it all with this antique glowing glass 8-channel Metrotek Pacer. Hey, thanks for checking in, One-Eyed Jack, and keep up the good work down here in Delco County. We hear you guys with the concurrent Classic Radio Roundup, and I love it. 73, and thanks again for checking into the Roundup, 441.
Okay, Roger, copy that. We do have noise level here, but I did catch that 441 73s, and we're going to be on the side. 73s, have a good night.
7-3 there, One-Eyed Jack. Man, you're sounding really good. Check out the gate this week, man. You're really coming up here tonight. Countywide Radio, 441 on this glowing glass antique.
All right, catch you now.
Very good. Did they get you up there?
Breaker, it's your turn.
Hey, Countywide.
Countywide Radio, a public service station.
Yeah, sort of a good way they ought to come up with. They ought to come up with a movie, a Cheech and Chong retirement home.
Yeah, home based in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't think he heard me when I said it.
Home base it in Colorado.
Is One-Eyed Jack still in there? Hello out there, One-Eyed Jack.
This Metrotek Pacer kicks butt.
It has good receive when properly applied.
It really does have good receive, and it does push the modulation meter up for a stock mic. Kind of amazing.
That has damn good audio for a stock mic. None of that echo boxy kind of audio or anything. Yeah.
That's a Pennsylvania state trooper. The problem is, technically, he's in Delaware.
Who's in Delaware?
Yeah, what's Pennsylvania State Police doing in Delaware? You got no jurisdiction. You roll this thing back a little. Countywide.
That sound like original operator.
And all the pretty Christmas lights with the frozen pepperoni sticks on a Dan hour.
And there isn't by any chance blue and white down there, is it?
Man, it must be that snow-covered ground again, because them Delco guys are really smoking tonight.
Well, I guess I don't have enough snow then, because I don't hear them.
I heard No Streak probably tonight, the best I've ever heard them.
I even pointed a beam down there and went to sideband and figured, well, maybe I'll knock some of my noise down. Still couldn't hear it.
21 One-Eyed Jack was doing one of them wavery S-meter things. He was anywhere from 3 to 6.
Hey, do any of you remember blue and white? The state trooper used to be in there a number of years ago.
No, but I remember when they had them big red gumball machines on the top of the car.
Yeah, I'm actually going back to probably back to mid to late 70s. He used to be in there. He was down around. He was actually out of the Limerick, yard down there.
Well, in the mid to late 70s, I was in Abington Township.
A lot of state police are ham operators, retired state police. There was a guy in Norristown who was a cop. Used to get in there in the 70s. His handle was Blue Knight.
Yeah, I remember him. I used to talk to him all the time when I used to be down that area. He used to come up on 18 once in a while when you hear Tomahawk and a bunch of us in there and he'd talk.
I know Blue Morning, Blue Day, but not Blue Night.
Yeah, there was another guy. It was a white knight. We had a white knight and a blue knight.
Kind of like a green dog and a red dog.
Yeah, right? Mount them on both sides of the ship and you got your nav lights. That was a good one.
That's what she said last night.
I don't know. I think she was admiring my big old Johnson over here. I think I need to switch radios, so off with the SBE console too, man. I think it's got some good audio now. Gotta admit, man, that sounds good for a Darren Stark microphone there.
Blowing me right out of my chair over here between you and Skeeter.
I don't know where it's at, but I have a lane commander here somewhere.
How's this SBE sound down that way, Gumby?
Hey, it sounds real good.
Yeah, it's got some audio for a little tiny mic, man. This mic is miniature. Miniature mic, I'm gonna switch.
Yeah, well, let's hear it without all that processing.
Processing makes the world go round.
I'm just saying.
Stop me then.
Does it sound as good as this Metrotek Pacer without any processing? With, all things being equal?
Those old radios back in the 70s, those Johnsons had a ceramic. They didn't have the other one in.
Alright, this is the SBE console with the stock mic, minus any processing. Hello?
It sounds just fine. I think it actually sounds better.
At least it sounds like a stock mic. Alright, I sent a picture of the train. I gave him the memo, so showed it with that and the old stock mic. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to retire this and switch off here for something else. I'll be back.
Maximum gain. Yeah, I like it better that way, too.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better, actually.
We're going to need some higher end here. Group to the booger. 1, 2, 3. Waiter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The tune-up is on channel 6. Tune-up, channel 6.
2, 3, 4. Audio.
Tune-up, channel 6.
KOMX Cosmic.
Is that Cosmic Radio?
Where?
I swear I heard someone say KOMX Cosmic Radio. There's only one person that says that.
Yes, this is your KOMX Cosmic Radio in downtown Spewtown.
Transmitting from the back of the top of the antenna tower and the back and top of my house.
Yes, we are transmitting tonight from the antenna towers at the front of the top of the back of my house. Break, on the break, on the break. My freaking balls, break.
Well, I like the way that radio sounds. Breaker.
Come on, Brager.
Hey, countywide, what's your 20? I'm up here in Regency. It's Ray.
Oh, hello, Ray. Ray up in Percy. I'm on the northeast side of Pee Town.
Oh, man, I got a noise level. What was that, 20?
Northeast side of Pottstown, Sanatoga.
Ah, Sanatoga, heard you. All right, cool, thanks. How's this Mobile sounding?
The Mobile sounds just fine on this antique glowing glass 8-channel Metrotek Pacer, come on.
I can hear him.
There's more of that. Now I'm just jumping out at break time at work. Saying hi.
Well, we appreciate you saying hi, Ray. Right here, you're right on time for Stock Mike Night Classic Radio Roundup.
I think I instigated that last week when I came on and said, I'm running my stock mic on my Cobra. And then somebody came up and said, we should do stock mic night.
Yeah, every once in a while we get a theme thing going on, and I think you might have been the impetuous to get that going this week. Stock Mike Night, Classic Radio Roundup.
All right, countywide, I'm out of here. I got to roll. Hey, Sparky, I heard you out there earlier. Catch you later.
Catch you in the funnies.
All right, 10-4, good hearing you on the band.
All right, well, for the second half of stock microphone night, we'll mix it up a little bit and try something even more funky. Stock mic on high fidelity.
You started a Dodge van. It was a Dodge.
I can't do that.
Is that one of those SR 158 mics?
Definitely putting a lot of audio over here in my receiver.
And I was chasing.
This is a standard issue Cobra coffin microphone plugged into the Galaxy with the EQ and the high fidelity.
Cobra coffin microphone?
Garden variety coffin mic.
Kid, I got like a 1-inch dynamic element in it. That's what was in that SBE, a 1-inch dynamic element. They can sound good.
Why, yes. Yes, they can.
That thing would run, boy.
Gator. I guess he disappeared.
All right, let me jump in on that bandwagon. Regency CR123B stock Regency coffin handheld microphone. Break.
Yeah, there you go. That's got some nice audio.
Tires on it.
Does it sound half as decent as the Metrotek?
That one's a little bit less on the high end. It's probably a little bit more flat, but it sounds good.
Probably sounds better on sideband, but anyway, it is the stock 3-pin coffin microphone with Regency on it.
Yeah. So how does the Garden Variety Cobra mic sound with the hi-fi enhanced Galaxy here?
I think it sounds good. Yeah, I suggested that, and my guess was correct. It sounds good, full-bodied.
Yeah, like a Boddington's Pub Ale.
Yeah, sex in a glass.
Hey now.
I love that Boddington's Pub Ale. This thing has a little bit more, more output power than the Pacer.
Yeah, and this one has a little bit more output power than the Johnson. Who would have thought a Galaxy could outdo a big old Johnson?
Yeah, I'm still hearing St. Louis coming in. Does it make any difference if I turn the mic gain all the way up?
Yeah, it makes it have a little bit more punch.
Oh, so I can get away with it.
Yeah, sure. It's a stock mic. All knobs to the right with a stock mic.
Yeah, I figured as much. I have it halfway for the usual mic. It seems like my button's a little bit squishy though.
Yeah, it's breaking up a bit.
Probably because it's been sitting unused.
Yeah, Mike, the switch contacts are dirty. Need to squirt it with a little cleaner.
Not likely to happen.
No cleaner available.
Well, yeah, that's the first step. And it's not getting used on the stock mic all that often. But yeah, turn that gain all the way up, and there you are, county-wide.
Yeah. And this portion of Classic Radio Roundup was brought to you by Fred's Discount Voodoo Emporium, where our motto is, if you want them dead, come and see Fred.
Sole importer of Grandma Jemima's ganja dip stainless steel voodoo doll needles. So if you want them dead, go and see Fred. And this month, get your free sample bottle of deer tick ointment.
Is there anything you can do with you stab them, we swab them?
Yes, and also new to the catalog, the anti-voodoo voodoo doll.
Because we love that voodoo that you do.
Yeah, it sounds like it should be a Frank Sinatra song.
Speaking of Frank Sinatra, I caught a movie on Turner Classic Movies last night. Von Ryan's Express, a World War II movie starring Frank Sinatra. He wasn't all that bad of an actor.
That was a great flick, man.
Yeah, it was. I never saw it before, but I enjoyed it last night.
You can watch The Manchurian Candidate. He was in that too.
I knew he was in some movies, and I know I've seen him in movies before, but it just reaffirmed the fact that the guy had talent.
That's why he's the chairman of the board.
That's right. The real Ocean's 11.
The Rat Pack. Yeah, I can't remember ever. This thing is needs cleaning. I can't ever remember using this thing with the stock mic, except for maybe when I first got it.
Well, that's like I posted on Grumpy's forum. You know, people usually only use their stock mics when they first got a brand new radio until they saved up enough to buy an amplified mic for it, and they threw the stock mic in a drawer somewhere.
That's why there's boxes and boxes of stock mics at every hamfest you go to that nobody wants.
Yeah, unless you're looking for a particular mic to go with a radio.
Go ahead, Gumby.
This radio should sound a little bit better now.
You're much clearer sounding, easier to understand on this end.
You want to know why? I was using a China mic on it. I didn't realize I grabbed one from Japland.
Yeah, the China mics are junk. Japanese mics are much better. This one is made in Japan, right on the back.
Well, that is actually a Cobra mic.
Well, I have a Radio Shack stock mic, one made in Japan and another one made in China, and the Chinese one sounds like crap.
That's typical.
Well, the thing that you're talking about as far as for China, I have a beautiful radio here that I cannot use in the car. And the better half wants it in the car, but it just won't hold up. You go over bumps, the damn solder joints have to be resoldered on it. It's my LTD Classic Chrome.
The only exception recently to that rule is that micro Chinese radio that Doc Hammer and the Sparky have.
Yeah, it's not a half bad radio. Sounds pretty good.
That's an exception to the Chinese rule.
Hey, one thing, here about a year ago, I pissed the one guy off from one of the shops down at Gilbertsville. I went in his store and he said, "No, I see you have a 148 up there." So I said, "Can I look at it?" He said, "Yeah," he said, "it's a real good radio." He said, "Well, it sounds good." He said, "It's really a nice one." I turned it around, looked at it, and I said, "This is junk." He said, "What do you mean it's junk?" I said, "It was made in China." He didn't like to hear that.
hearing that the stuff they're selling is junk. They tend to take a bad attitude about that.
Well, I told him flat out. I said, I'll be honest with you. I said, it might be good. I said, it might sound good. I said, don't stick it in the car. Because I said, you stick it in a car or you stick it in a truck. I said, you're going to be resoldering the board in it. And he said, what do you mean? I told him, I said, the good 148s, I said, either made in Taiwan, Malaysia, or the Philippines.
Yeah, Chinese junk. Floating in the sea. There we go. Audio 27115.
You know that 148 that I normally talk over? That's from Malaysia.
Yes. And you're liable to start a melee.
Well, it's Regency CR123B single sideband AM CB radio transceivers made in Japan.
Yeah, I think the Johnson I have here, I think this is well, these are NDI chassis radios if I remember right, so I think these are Japanese. Does it say on the back here? Made in Japan. How about that?
I'll tell you what, you won't believe. I actually have a little unit 10 here was made in the Philippines.
That's good to know.
That sounds good too.
My Metrotek Pacer was made in the good old United States of America.
Yeah, they were the good old days when we actually had American-made stuff.
I have one here that's made in the United States. It's actually an old Pierce Simpson.
Yeah, they stopped making that. Not too many solid-state radios were made in the U.S. I mean, well, the newer ones like Stoner and CPI were U.S. made, but just about everything else was all Japanese or elsewhere. I think the old Pace radios were made in the U.S. But most of I guess they really stopped making them in the U.S. when it was just tubes.
Yeah, it seems like the tube radios were U.S. Once they went solid state, they went to the Pacific Rim.
Yeah, well, they can mass produce them. They're cheaper.
I'm not positive, but I think the old Sears tube set that I have here, I think that was made in the United States.
I thought it was because they had smaller fingers to set the components.
If it's a tube radio, pretty good chance it's U.S. made. If it's solid state, it's pretty good chance it was made in the Pacific Rim.
Yeah, most of your mass-produced radios were all done overseas.
So they were all rim jobs is what you're telling me.
That's right. With the noted exceptions of Stoner and CPI, and maybe a couple others.
Yeah, I don't know about that ARF radio. I don't know if that was U.S. or not.
Yeah, the ARF was USA.
That would have been my bet, too.
Yeah, because the thing was Mondo expensive, so it's probably U.S. made.
Hey, do you know there actually was one type, when you're talking about as far as radios, as far as for linears, there actually was one particular brand that was made in the United States.
Yeah, CPI.
And also Pride.
Pride?
Pride made radios? I know they made amps. I didn't know they made any radios.
No, I said it was an amp. And they were actually made in the United States. The Handicap made them.
Yeah, well, just about all these amps are made in the United States, except they're contraband.
That's kind of funny in of itself right there.
Yeah, Texas Star, Dave made, all these are made in the United States.
They have one called RM Italy. That one there is made outside of the country.
I have a tube RM Italy.
One it is.
I have a tube RM Italy.
What about Tokyo High Power?
Yeah, I had a tube one too. It lasted 89 days and burned up.
I got mine from JR about 6 years ago, and it's still working fine business.
Oh, Bluebird brought me this thing over. It was supposed to be brand new. We ordered through the mail. Green Dog was there. We hooked it up. It was a 350 model tuber. And it lasted 89 days. The 89th day, the tubes exploded.
Sounds like you 0-5'd it.
Then from that, I went to the Thunderbolt. And then back to my old Chris. I bought that back. I had that Thunderbolt and I had that rebuilt. Then I went to Dave Bates after that. And I didn't have no more trouble.
I like my RM Italy. Works fine business.
Well, your radio wasn't as high as the one I was trying to shove in it, apparently, or?
I actually use it with my Tokyo high power reverse transverter on HF.
Well, that's where it's meant to talk, you know. Probably didn't even have the conversion done to really talk down here, and we were using it, you know.
I've used it here in the past, but I got other stuff to do the duty where I need that thing there.
We were seeing 550, 600 watts out of it. Some nights I could push it and get 650, 670 out of it. Oh, yeah.
Well, mine ain't gonna do that. It's only got a single 6KD6.
No, this had 2 or 3 big tubes, big, long, heavy tubes in it. I think it had 3 of them. It was called the 350 Super Modulator. And it had a mod, it was either all power or you could turn it down and flip it to the mod stage. And then it was either a modulator, you know what I mean?
Roger, 10-4.
I have the little school in here right now.
Guys got a break out there.
Go break.
Road Pizza. Hello, Road Pizza. We hear you out there.
Copy. We're having a little problems with my mic here, but yeah, I'm slowly tuning her out.
Road Pizza sounds like he's near my neighborhood.
Pottstown area?
Well, all of us are in the Pottstown area for the most part.
Did your wife order a pizza and not tell you?
Alright, Papa John's. Should make a road.
I don't think they'll deliver out my way. I haven't found anybody yet. I'm too much into sticks.
Where you at?
Off of Swamp Pike.
Oh, that's a completely different Papa John's.
Told you, nobody delivers out here.
We do go in Gilbertsville, though.
Man, that strip mall? I don't know about you, the Papa John's. I call them over there in Pottstown. They're at my place in 20 minutes.
That's how we do.
Probably get your pizza from Road Pizza.
I don't know, there's a girl there named Teresa.
Which Papa John's do you call? Let me ask you that.
I call them both. I use the one in Boyertown when I go to the hill, and I use the one in Pottstown when I'm at home.
Yeah, copy. Yeah, I work at the one in Pottstown. Hey, anybody local to the Walmart area down here or whatever, you know, 10-mile radius, order some pizza.
Yeah, do you know Teresa?
Negative. I don't think there's a Teresa at the Pottstown one. I think that's Boyertown.
She was in Pottstown one day because I talked to her, and she brought me my pizza. Or was her name? No, it wasn't Kathy. It was Teresa.
I get my pizzas in like a minute.
You know, deliver pizzas to you.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Oh, that ain't pizza. That's just, that's what I call perfume and diet. The people who buy it, that's just poison in a frozen state.
Yeah, I like that. Well, Road Pizza got to step to the side. Got to go in and pick up another order. Make that money.
I like pizza. Well, I'll tell you what, for all the fast food style pizzas, Papa John's is the best. You know, I like old school pizza. I get in New York City and Manhattan and Brooklyn, and I get to eat in really good places. You know, I get to go to Center City where the Italian market is, and I get to have my choice of stuff like that once in a while. So, you know, I just like pizza, and I like different kinds of pizza, but good pizza, it's got to be good, you know?
Piazza Presto down there in Limerick, they make pretty good pizza, but they don't deliver.
And our place down there in Conshohocken's pretty good, too.
Yeah, Franzone's.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like Franzone's, too. I'll go through there and get a slice sometimes.
Yeah, real sweet sauce.
This, well, they moved. Oh, look, I'm in my Spot. I'll get back to you guys in a little bit, man.
Skeeter likes Penny's Pizza.
Very good, Dave.
Bradford, because Skeeter always talks about Penny's Pizza.
Best pizza around. Charlie's Pizza down in East Norton.
Mara's in Center City, past Yonk Avenue, and I'm trying to think of the name of that street, 8th Street, past Yonk and 8th, I think. That's the best I've had yet, Mara's.
I'll take my Elios any day.
That's funny. Yeah. My senior year in high school, that was my staple every day for lunch. Elio's Pizza.
That's just cardboard with sauce and cheese.
And one of them cardboard box iced tea bring me back to my middle school years.
Eat the cardboard box.
Yeah, put sauce and cheese on a cardboard box. You got Elio's Pizza.
That's right. Molten lava cheese, second-degree burns on the roof of your mouth. Oh, I'm going in the Wayback Machine.
And this is back before microwave, so it was always in the toaster oven.
All right.
Now you got me craving Elios and pizza bagels.
If you put Elio's in a microwave, it's not even edible.
Hey, Dave.
No.
Hey, Sandbagger. You're probably taking a bouncer off the floor. Sandbagger.
Yeah, who's calling me?
I guess Sandbagger can't hear me.
He just answered you.
I'm behind the building. I thought in the pre-microwave commercial days, you built your own microwave in the basement and we're cooking with that. And that's all I got to say. Guys, have a good one. I got to make my delivery.
Oh, it's number 7. Okay. Wonder why you're so weak.
Yeah, I can't even hear him.
He must be in my neighborhood because he give me 10 over.
I'm above your neighborhood yet.
I know you must be close by. It is hard to push this thing into the red zone, and you're doing it.
See, I'm not the only one. I got Dave made. What do you expect? I got too much audio for my big mouth. 10-4, and I'm back out. Here comes the security guard.
8 pill, 8 pill, 8 pill.
No pills.
Don't make me get out my baby driver. 2 pill. These when number 7 was working for the airport taking the luggage. I was talking to him up on the other side of Pottsville. Those were the days.
That's when he was running at 4 pill or 5 pill something.
Hey, 10-4. That was when I was running my big one, but I got rid of that one.
That's what she said last night.
If I go on my baby driver, nobody will hear me.
That would be the 1-tuber.
1 pill.
Was in a 1-tuber.
The 1 pill does even less than the 1 tuber.
Yeah, because you used to use the 1-tuber all the time. That was your standard power. And the fire chicken was like war mode.
Yeah, once upon a time. But now the 1 tuber was with the transverter radio.
That just goes to show how clean that amp is, because that works good on sideband. It's biased just right.
Oh yeah.
To where?
Oh yeah.
I got my Golden Eagle 200 finally fixed, but I didn't get it on yet.
Well, this 8 pill gets me out to where I need to down there in Delco.
Yeah, that's about the best you're going to do with what you got there, unless you get that 250 TH amp running again.
Oh, that thing even does more than this. Absolutely. That thing will put out a 400 watt carrier with the 4-to-1.
Yeah, I didn't think those 2 tubes would put that much out, but I guess they do.
Yeah, they do. I've seen well over 2 kilowatts peak, 2500.
Wow, that's a lot for those. I didn't think they had it in them.
750 watts of plate dissipation each.
How many of them in there?
2.
Yeah, but that's just it. Plate dissipation is how much power it'll sink. That's not how much it puts out.
That's right. They do a lot. I read the specs on them things. Them tubes are good for like 1500 watts a piece peak.
Wow. Okay. Well, those ancient-looking tubes actually work pretty well.
It all depends on the plate voltage.
Well, yeah, that's the bottom line for just about any tube.
And I got 3,000 volts to the plate.
It's almost like a miracle when those old tubes don't lose their vacuum.
You know, the funny thing is, old 05 had that amplifier sitting in his garage and didn't realize how potent it was.
That thing kicks butt.
If he would have had the slightest inkling of what that thing would have done, he would have had that thing door barking up in his room.
Got the snowman.
I need to get 2.1 1 kilovolt ceramic caps and a variable inductor, and I can fix that thing.
Is that the snowman relic?
My man, you're not getting any younger.
Yes, the Snowman Memorial Transmitter.
Copy on the SMT.
One of these days, I do have it on the list. Of course, I say that a lot, don't I?
Yeah, you're going to run out of time because next thing you know, you'll have to sell it because you're moving.
Well, who's going to do what first? Am I going to see my Swan again, or is the 250TH going to be back online? Which will happen first?
Well, one depends on you and the other depends on me.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm not planning on selling anything, though.
One has been down longer than the other.
Can you use a silent keys call sign and do a memorial beacon?
You have to make it a club call sign or something like that. You could do it.
Yeah, start your own club.
Start your own club, apply for a club call sign, and there you go.
It only takes 3 members.
There you go.
Get your allocated repeater frequency and you're off to the races.
It only takes a minute to get a better deal.
I just wanted to announce that this is my Sparkomatic 5100 with a stock microphone, just so that when I listen to the gate, I'll know how it sounds.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds good for a stock mic.
Yeah, there's another stock mic that has a good sound. They look cool, too. It's got a really wholesome sound for a stock mic, Night Train.
Sparky-o-matic.
I hear you, Wonder Boy, with the wholesome thingy. Yeah, man, it's the only one that seems to work well with it.
Wonder Boy.
It's got like a big silver screen on the front of the mic, right? No, the microphone doesn't have a silver screen. It's just a little black handheld, can't say coffin. It's a little rectangle with the little round holes up top and a little square on the bottom with Sparkomatic written in the top left-hand corner. 10-4.
Microfarad in. I'm checking back in on classic races. Turn the +3 wired up for mine.
Microfarad, you have been acknowledged. You came in there with another person, Night Train, with the 5.
10-4, sorry. Yeah, I tried to hit the button as fast as I could. I heard him talking there.
Roger that, not a problem. All right, then, I'm going to step back to the side. I just wanted to put this in here so that when I listen to the gate, I'll have a general idea.
You have made the Classic Radio Roundup Weekly Edition Video Gate to be uploaded yeah, man, I can't talk tonight. To be uploaded on YouTube for your viewing pleasure.
I can't wait to hear my one-hander.
Night Train.
You're gonna skip right over that part.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
How's this stock hand mic sound, okay?
Yeah, it sounds nice over here, Dave.
And 4, J.C. Penney.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there that sound pretty good.
Do I got a train approval on this Regency stock mic?
Yes, you have a train approval.
I'm feeling good.
This high-fidelity stock mic.
You cheating, bagger.
I'm not cheating. This is a stock mic.
Yeah, but you have a Regency, not a Regency. What's the name of that thing? Galaxy Radio is not class.
But it is a stock mic. There you go.
This would have been a dream radio in the 70s. Single sideband, 23-channel, plug it in a wall, base station radio.
Oh, absolutely. I would have loved to have one of them.
I got 2 of them here.
This radio here is a very pretty radio. Incidentally, Sparky, I've seen another radio that had that same face and chassis. Not the one we were talking about, but I think there's a third one out there that's identical.
Oh, yeah? Where'd you see that?
I forget. It was one of those things as you're browsing all of the different networks, looking, you know, over radios and stuff, and lo and behold, one of them popped up. Oh, no. That wasn't what it was. It was a Robin 123A showed up, and the name of it was Spitfire.
Oh, that's the one with the modulation eye, right? The tube on there?
That's the Cardin Spitfire. They were sold in Canada.
Yeah, a couple of them showed up on the bay.
I tried to get one of them a couple of times, and they kept getting bid up too salty for my taste.
Well, this one here, I believe it started at $100.
2 more.
I tried to grab one a couple of times, and like, yeah, it's just getting out of reach. But yeah, I'd love to have one of them, but it ain't in the cards.
And 1 or something crazy like that.
Sparky, come back with that again.
I was just saying I saw 2 new Panasonic chassis on the internet. One was like an air castle or something. There's so many variants of that particular radio.
I know, it's like once you have one of them, you have them all, except for a few different features. The Yellowbird being the top of the line.
There's one other one that's the top of the line, too.
Which one's that, Gumby?
The Gemtronics 40 channel. Because that's the Yellowbird with a black chassis, with a black case.
Yeah, I'm familiar. It just doesn't have as many features as the Yellowbird. That's why I put the Yellowbird on top.
Shakespeare 740, less common.
Yeah, I gave 501 my Gemtronics. They had some brand new tubes that he wanted to stick in a tube set, and it had to be something like that, so I gave it to him.
Gumby, tell 501 I said hello, man.
Hey, 10-4. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, I called him earlier to get him, again, to tee up into it. But he was watching a Chuck Norris martial arts movie, so I couldn't get him in. I was just looking at my Robin. I have the 123B.
Yeah, I like that. A very smooth radio, Roger.
Hey, 10-4. Yeah, I don't have it on, but I do have that one. And I actually have a D104 wired up to it, and also a Turner Plus 2 wired up for it.
That Shakespeare is cool.
Yeah, that Shakespeare has a minimum number of knobs as opposed to the Robin or the Gemtronic.
I got the Colt Midnight Special. I think that's the best looking one. That's got the RCI looking speaker grill on it.
Yeah, I think that Shakespeare seems to be the rarest of all those Panasonic chassis that I've seen.
That Colt's right in there.
Yeah, it runs a close second.
Yeah, just goes to show you how many different variations of that design got out there. At least 30, I counted up that far, I think.
Some with a few other little doodads. Some of them with transmit and receive lights, and yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to get a list together. I'm sure it's pushing 30.
I think I can do better than all of us with a real rare radio.
Yeah, medium rare, like my steaks.
Now, I'm talking about a real rare radio. How about the Pal Coyote?
Yeah, Gumby, I had one of those, man.
I still have mine. It took me 30 years Hey, guys get a kick out of this night train there, but it took me 30 years to get one back again. And I got it sitting here.
You should put it on the air sometime, Gumby, to keep it from drying up. Roger.
I gotta dig it out.
No, you keep them in a jar full of formaldehyde.
Roger that. Formaldehyde, Gumby. A jar full of formaldehyde, Roger.
You know, like a lab specimen. They'll never go bad.
It's already dried up.
Yeah, it probably is already dried up. Yeah, Gumby, you got to rotate them radios, man. Give them some air time.
Well, it still works.
Wire them up in parallel and run them at the same time.
It's also another thing it has in with it. And the side where that big speaker cover is, it has the VFO with it.
Train doesn't have to go to work tomorrow. Woo-hoo!
Oh, the train doesn't have to leave the station, huh?
No, man, I needed rest.
R&R.
Yeah, I was trekking the highway, man, pretty hard and heavy, and yesterday I finished up.
He said he needed rest. R&R ain't gonna give him rest.
Coming home, I got waylaid in some snow. Not waylaid, but sidetracked, and I struggled, man, when I came into the Pottstown, Boyertown area.
Yeah, it was a little messy this morning. They suddenly decided to let out one last hurrah before it quit and dumped a bunch of stuff and made the roads a little slippery again.
Yeah, and I was headed like north on 100 up towards Allentown. There's a little place called Veracruz. I had never seen that before until I started doing this. You know, the GPS will take you through there. It was kind of rough back in there, and I was thinking, you know what? I don't really feel like it. So I turned around and went back home. Good thing I did, because they changed their mind about some details. They want to take the light fixtures down, put a wall cover and go up. So they're supposed to call us back.
Veracruz is top of Shimersville Hill.
Yeah, that is correct. I wonder, how did that come about? It sounds like a Spanish community.
That's a well-known place.
I remember seeing the signs for it.
That's up there by where the old movie theater used to be. At that crossroad, you hang a right going up towards Allentown. That takes you back into Veracruz, and then from Veracruz it takes you over into Metrotek.
Best homemade tacos in the world.
Hey, Brain, you see that? That thing brought you out because it was food involved. Note.
Evening, Brainy.
So you dangle a carrot in Brainy's face and he'll come out and get on the microphone?
Well, he was sandbagging until he thought about that pizza. I mean, them tacos, you know, in Veracruz, man. See what happened, Bagger? He just come right up out of there, man.
Been here for about a half an hour.
Ain't 10-4.
What's it called, Brady?
Hello.
Yeah, what's the taco place called?
Say what?
The name of the taco place.
California tortilla.
We got one of them in Limerick.
I know. I get a lot of people up from work. Come on down here, I'll buy you some. You'll like the women that work down there, man. They're like 300 pounds. They're naked from the waist up, and they're coated full of flies, man. The food's good.
Yeah.
Never heard of nothing like that all my life.
I don't think I ever want to see that, because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
And you will not eat the food.
Very good. There used to be a place in on Penn Street right at 4th and Penn. 6th and Penn. It used to be the Coney Island hot dog joint. And that guy in there, now this is back before the food control started getting in there, to take the hot dog rolls, line them up on his arm, put the hot dogs in it, put all the fixings on them. He never got a spot on him. He used to take them off his hairy arm and give them to you. And nobody ever thought anything of it until the Board of Health came in there and said he can't do that anymore.
What was he doing, Gumby?
He always had a shorts and t-shirt on. He put the hot dog rolls on his arm, start with at the wrist, put them all the way up, just about all the way up to his shoulder, almost up to there. And he used to put all the fixings, everything on what you wanted on those hot dogs. He used to put them on a plate and hand them to you.
Guess you had to be there.
Well, that's what that place was. Place is known for their hot dogs. But then the Board of Health came in, they didn't have to use a white shirt.
The Board of Health was right.
Yeah, nobody ever died.
Sounds like a hot dog dilemma to me.
That guy weighed about 300 pounds.
We'll have to wait to catch up with that one.
That's for darn sure.
And I don't relish that thought.
That was a good one, Bagger.
There used to be a hoagie shop here in town called C&T. The guy be standing there cooking your cheesesteak or something on the grill. He put his roll right up into his armpit.
Who was that? That was you, Brainy.
No, C&T hoagie shop here at Beach in York.
Did they shut him down too?
No, they went out of business. Couldn't take it no more. Lost a lot of business. But he's standing there, man. I'm not kidding. They sold a sandwich down there called a belly buster. It was 6 inches in diameter and about 20 inches long. $25. It was a hoagie. Used to bet you double the money if you could eat the whole thing.
He went out of business because it was the pits.
Yeah. Armpit hoagie, man.
Night train.
Yeah, come on, Hawkeye.
That's a true story. I was trying to think of the place, and when I used to work in Pottstown, they used to talk about that all the time. And I was trying to think of the place, and I couldn't think of the name, and Brady just got on and told you about it.
Let's hear it for the
Hunt came on TV, and Ford was selling that car they were driving. He was the first one in Pottstown to buy one. Then he let it sit in the parking lot across from the store until it rotted.
Was that the same place where they had the armpit hoagies?
Yep.
What car was that?
Oh. Break 1-3.
What corner was that, Brainy? I know where it was.
There's a breaker in there.
End of the evening. End of the road.
Let's go. Somebody else has got a conversation. Keep on going. Go ahead there, Break. We got you.
I'm in a mood for one of them perspiration burgers.
For everybody out there.
Hey, Bagger, remember the Texas Wiener shop on Main Street in Norristown?
The Montgomery lunch there.
It used to be the Texas Wiener shop.
Yeah, they used to sell them in there. They had some kind of special recipe or something.
Used to go in there and get a foot-long hot dog for 75 cents. My understanding, he used to soak his feet in the chili sauce at night.
I guess it did good for his ingrown toenails.
You get some toe cheese out of that.
Famunda cheese.
Plus, he ripped him off real bad.
Who didn't Putz rip off?
He gave me a snowblower.
Breaker, but they apparently don't.
I said there was a breaker in there.
Long distance breaker.
Yeah, Breaker, they hear you. One of them does. They said go ahead.
That particular sauce that you're talking about, that chili sauce was like a meat nugget. A little bit of hamburger in it, and that that particular one that you're talking about, actually, it was at the 10th
Somebody's talking, Breaker.
Street.
Breaking on standby.
And he passed away, and one of the relatives took the recipe and he opened up a place down in Pottstown.
10-4 Gummy. Hey, there was a break up this way. Go ahead, Breaker.
Yeah, Sparky's landfill, just waving a hand.
Oh, landfill, man, from Bath, Pennsylvania. Great to hear you. Hey, you're checked in on the classic radio roundup right here every Wednesday night, 8 to 10. You made it.
Yeah, 10-4, just barely. Sometimes I'd like to get home earlier and catch you guys a little earlier on this classic radio roundup. Gotcha.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, tonight we were running a bunch of stock microphones early on. Stock mic night.
Early on, I'm still on a stock mic. Hello, landfill.
Hello.
Spitfire 441.
Sorry about that, Phil 532 up there in Bath, Pennsylvania. You're definitely making a trip, sounding loud and proud.
Yeah, you're doing a good job down this way too. Nice to have you in here again, landfill. 441 is Spitfire, working this stock microphone, Regency radio.
Yeah, 10-4 is a stock microphone, I tell you what. Awesome modulation coming out of that little radio.
I sure do appreciate it. That's all right when a plan comes together.
10-4. It was good to hear you in there.
Hello out there, landfill, night train, base station, Pottstown, waving at you.
Hey, night train, landfill. For sure, talk to him.
It sounds like somebody keyed up with you that time. There goes night train waving. I'm back on the side.
Yeah, 10-4. Are you right in town there by the water leak by any chance?
I'm right outside of Pottstown. If you're talking to me, I'm not sure. It might be someone else in there.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you were talking to somebody. I seen something on the news here about a big water main break in Pottstown.
Yeah, we did have a water main break. They got that all under control, but apparently there was some sort of contamination there, Brigham.
I 10-4.
Yeah, they made all of the children not drink the water in the schools, and they called the houses, and it was a regular code 3 there, 10-4.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I seen they closed schools and stuff, and a lot of places they didn't even have water.
Yeah, and then we got a call that told us to not to consume too much water. They got it all under control now. But we're on the well, so we weren't affected by that, Roger.
That's right. Something to be said for having your own well.
Deep subject. Well?
Yeah, that is a deep subject. All right, well, listen, there's a lot of knockers out there, so I'm back on the side, but it is your night train base station. Working this classic radio on the stock microphone, my Sparkomatic 5100B. I'm back quiet.
It's Wednesday night.
Evening there, landfill. You got 044 quarter wave Dave, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4, quarter wave Dave. Sounded loud and proud of my receive up here in Bath.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, we're working off this old USL Contact 23. Roger.
10-4.
Okay, we're back on the side. Just wanted to see if we can make it up our way.
Yeah, 10-4, no problems on this end.
Good to hear you on the classic radio roundup.
Classic Radio Roundup, the most fun on Wednesday night, 11 meters, channel 13, 27, 115 on the AM radio dial.
Yes, that's right. The most fun you can have with your clothes still on.
Countywide, I sure hope this one loads down all right without any kind of problems at the last minute, man. I want to hear it.
So far, so good. The gate is rolling.
Night train countywide, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?
Hello, right?
We're doing just fine. Who you got there?
Ghost.
Roger that. Goes countywide. I don't know if you hear him or not. He's speaking to you.
Yeah, but you beat me on the key. Hello, Ghost. Right back at you. 441 at Countywide Radio. And I got the ears down here in the silent volcano crater.
Most definitely, countywide. It's been a while. It's been definitely a while. I've already been yelled at. But I'm pretty sure you kind of heard the reason why it's been a while.
Oh no, it's a mystery.
Mystery ghost? Like the ghost machine?
That's the Ghostmeister. Ghost from Bordertown now. No, we had a house fire over there where I was living at in Mount Penn. I saved my family's life. I don't know, you probably heard about it. But other than that, I'm living up there in B-Town. So I'm closer over there towards Roadrunner. I don't know if he's been on tonight or not.
Sorry to hear about your house fire. I was unaware. But I hope you're getting everything together there. That's a bad way to go.
Yeah, lost everything. But I don't know. I'm still kind of shocked as to what you guys are pulling together. I'm speechless, as to say the least.
Classic Radio Roundup has been ever gaining in popularity.
Is he the guy who used to deliver pizzas for Mike?
Yeah, we remember there, Dave.
And 4.
Yeah, a lot of guys are getting together to donate a base station, if you will, power supply, all that stuff, for the house that I'm staying at right now, which has got me speechless, to say the least. I mean, I'm just speechless. I don't know what to say besides thank you. I mean, more than thank you, sir, are needed for that.
Whatever you do, don't start crying.
Marines don't cry.
Yeah, don't cry. Just buy.
I'd never do that. I'm just shocked and speechless, that's all. You smart butts. See, I remember. Can't curse. Wednesday Roundup, I remember.
Yeah, Classic Radio Roundup, we try to keep it so the kids can listen if they're, or the wives, if they're passing by. Try to keep it on the clean side. That's not to say that we don't all slip once in a while.
I know, but it's been quite a while, and I remember. And is there some sort of squeal in there? Let me know.
No, sounding clear, no trouble at all.
Sounds good up here in Mount Penn. How about now? How's it sound now?
I don't know if I heard any difference.
Because I just turned my linear amp on, and I was told that it sounded...
It's crunchy.
Yeah, he's got an issue when he turns that on. There's something going on. Wired or...
Overdrive.
No, off is better with that device.
And not only that, I don't think it helped your signal out any. All it did was kill your mod.
So that sounds better with just the radio?
Yeah, it sounds better, louder, clearer, and a bigger signal. So your amplifier is not working.
Yeah, the finals are blown in that puppy. Let him know.
Yeah, you might have cooked finals in there.
It's blown. Is anybody here from Roadrunner tonight?
Yeah, the guy we call Road Pizza.
Got a breaker out there.
Breaker's got to stand by. We're in conversation here.
Pizza.
I'll stand by.
No, not you. I'm talking to you. Are you referring to Road Pizza, the guy we call Road Pizza?
That's affirmative. Roadrunner over there in B-Town.
Yeah, he's been in here, in and out and around and about. Now that breaker can go.
Yeah, it's landfill. We just hooked up this old president radio here with a stock microphone. Just see how it sounds. Come on.
Hey, Roger there, Bath. You're sounding really good on that stock microphone. You're making a trip down this way. I'm going to stand by. Night Train got you. Go ahead.
Cool, stock mic. Old president here. I figured I'd pull out and dust off of it and plug it in. Come on.
Which president is that?
It's an AX-14. It's solid state.
What? AX14?
10-4.
I thought all the president radios had a president's name.
Not all of them.
Well, all the ones I'm familiar with. Obviously, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's like a unit in 121 or something. I believe it's got a unit and circuit board in it. I believe it's from the early 80s.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah, I'm only familiar with president radios that actually have a president's name. I never heard one with a number, but that doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 10-4. This is a little small 40-channel Mobile.
10-4. Well, it's doing the job down here. No trouble at all. Countywide radio.
10-4.
Isn't that before they decided to use the presidents?
Well, I had a President Jackson mobile, and that was of the same era. It was an 80s radio.
Younger, they had President CB radios. You can look them up. They didn't have anybody's names on them, just President. That was the name of the whole radio. Then they just had numbers.
I got a president for sale.
In fact, I gave a President to Cameraman. That was a President CB radio.
You gave him a present of a president?
As a present.
Yeah, a presentation.
Wow, that's what I call setting a precedent.
Absolutely, we present a present, the president.
Precedent-setting president.
Quite a few of the bases here.
Fun with word games on Classic Radio Roundup.
Where everything is subject to lampoon.
Specifications are subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Printed copies are unavailable. Responsible replies are invited.
State and local laws may apply.
Yeah, everything's subject to lampoon unless you're Moby Dick, then you're subject to harpoon.
Hey, does anybody out there want to help give Ghost a hand here putting lights on the trailer that I've been trying to do? I got everything there and all the stuff.
It's the wrong weather to be working outside.
And trust me, I know, and I've been trying to do it during the day and when it's warmer out and like everything else for like the past week and whatnot. And
about the weather outside?
It's just been going the wrong way, and other things have been just showing up that should be and could have waited. And it's not my doing. It's the boss's doing, if you know what I mean.
The weather outside is frightful.
The snow is so delightful.
But I still got to get it done to make the trailer legal.
Yellow snow. Go pick up
Stuff for us from some people donating from the fire. And if you notice, part of that I did make rhyme with the song that you guys were singing.
Woohoo!
Rhymes and word games.
Tons of fun. Every Wednesday night from 8 to 11. Or 8 to 12, no. It could be 8 to 11. 8 to 10. 8 to 10 and a half.
8 to 1.
So I'll take that for a negative. Somebody would like to give me a hand.
Well, I'd love to give you a hand, and I would probably be able to help you out, but I have no time to spare, and I don't like working out in the cold, so that's two things against you. But if I would, I could, but I can't, so I won't. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I've got a day job.
No, not to a Marine. That's actually being honest and straightforward, and I completely respect that and understand. And I thank you for being upfront and forward with it and whatnot. Not too many people are like that, and I completely respect people like that.
Yeah, I just have no time to spare. You know, when I was single, I had all kinds of time, but now I got 2 jobs and a wife.
That's completely understandable. I understand, and I thank you for being upfront and honest. And whatnot, and I completely respect what you just said, all of it. That's very respectable.
Alrighty. Well, we do what we can, when we can, but we can't always. So there it is. And yeah, you got to be honest with yourself and others, or life is a lie.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't say stuff like that, like you just did, and I can't stand people like that. They sugarcoat it or lie about it or whatever, and I don't respect people like that. And what you just said, you've got all of my respect in the entire world, because you just
You are the man.
said what you had, and it was truthful.
Remember, Valentine's Day is coming.
Respectful in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not kissing your ass or brown nose or nothing. I'm being completely honest with you. And I just slipped up. Yeah, gone in.
All right there, Ghost. Well, I appreciate the sentiment in return. Like I said, I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't lie to you.
I appreciate it. Anybody else out there? How about a road runner? You in the area? I'm back in Bordertown.
I just got offered 8 to noon on Fridays, Dave. I had to turn it down.
What, every Friday?
Yeah, I can't do it.
What, are they running short of people again?
Well, yeah. Well, the guy just died of a heart attack.
Really? When did that happen? Oh, no.
Last night. He died of a heart attack. I'm like, oh, good grief. We don't have enough people to run the station as it is, and the guys are dying.
Oh, man, that's a shame.
And there's another case of I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't.
Yeah, you can't. That's too regular. The once a month gig you can probably handle.
Yeah, once a month is fine. I can't do every week.
Anybody else out there want to give Ghost a hand?
I would, but I'm kind of attached to the ones I have.
Roger that. The Marine Corps, we have a saying, 1 is none, 2 is 1. And the power of 2, you get done a lot faster. And it's not exactly a hard job to do, it's just,
Hey, thanks for your service there, Ghost. From one squid to a grunt. Come on.
Semper Fi, thank you for your service. Appreciate your support.
Hey, I got a little joke for you. Maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't.
I've got jokes for you too. So beware and be square. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I know how you jarheads are always calling us squids, but you know what a squid is? That's that animal that swims around in the ocean shitting on marine life. Come on.
You go ahead and say all that all you want, but we could be the Department of the Navy, but we are the men's department, whereas you would be the lingerie department. And those things in blue.
I thought that was the Air Force.
You know what they're for, right? Wiping your mouth off. And I'll keep it cleaner than, and then I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. But none of you Marines would ever get anywhere without the Navy for transportation.
This is true. This is true. But I'm waiting for you to call me a seagull and bellhop like my old man used to call me, because he was in Vietnam and he was
breaker acknowledged.
And he'd volunteer to do the PT boats, small craft boats up the rivers to support the Marines.
10-4, Roger, right on. Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, thanks for your service. And you and I both know the Marines and the Navy will bust on each other, but don't let one of them other services jump in there. You got two different groups on your ass.
I was just about to say that. The Marine Corps and Swabbies were living crap out of each other. And if the Air Force, Army jumps in, then we stop beating the crap out of each other and beat the crap out of them. Take a break, have a few shots and a beer, and then go back to beating each other's butt.
Seen it more than once. All right, Ghost, we got a breaker down here locally. We got to let him go.
Roger that, go ahead. I'm on standby.
Hey, go ahead, microfarad. Sparky got you. You copy? Microfarad?
I copy loud and clear, Sparky. How am I sounding?
Good, man. Loud and clear. We heard you in there talking about digging on the classic radio roundup. We heard you breaking every time. Copy?
10-4. I didn't know if you heard me the first time because I had my laptop bag in the trunk and it turned